Momo watna semu akwaba na amansan mo official pa broyo. Mo formra ayo Costa Television ya wadegeta 514. Costa Television ya wadegeta 514 tekwa za yewo bia no eyo becha na kama dama. Every omanum sama hensaka na ayo mechafa na madrebo somhumi. Na yenhwen sama obidi ne mu akwetini bia. Abatu komisa ode aba ya to na nansa abasinu kwan nsunsuani na atugwa na wabo Ghana mampe na ya to aba man wabo ne tende ono na wedi ne mu nkonyim damara na Ghana mampe a ya to aba ya de aman meja His Excellency John Dramani Mahama na so ode ne numa sam atugwa da yo oman Ghana madam masida masi wo jumosuna wate asuatumpo wasan ato aba mamode membeti omampeyin yaboko na yakohwe mona wanye omampeyin kwa akensi no dodo ahempo na wafere telephone do ana podi wonu masama botu gbere nka na omampeyin John Dramani Mahama Ghana fo asana ato aba monti yamo umonoko ana yamo umboneye mona na waye da madidi ebusia eyi na nsem bia aka won na bri madrebo som de omanum nsama yana saka from kitikeku asoreba kofi esuma afi yejebe na yenje nsama nemu nchechiram dami memenda abasinu kwai na oman Ghana nemu mba ekoso light tenten na yatu abada yediri mpanyimfa obokọ mbeshebogom na bia obokọ akatena oman ni na egwande de oman panyin ebusua ni na yenyem dada Costa Television your election eye ya ma wenwa ankom wada okro de no abatu musunsuade na no yede abatu wanyim na dem yenyim no abatu ni na no abatu komisa ena ohwado entinsempo abana de yakọ ekohu edibi atuba ni na nechi mpo yanje ntum jedde abatu komisa mpanyimfo wado wonhwehwe na abededi na watu amuna Ghana de dem no kesi ansana ya jatu ono no fan satisfying eyenti anada ebirukra na abatu komisa ma mi jemensa oje ni mpanyimfo na wona name na ote aba yakoto no dan memendam nusunsuade na odutuba ono no gina do na obo nkano omampen John Dramani Mahama free kweja otode bien obo na abado na obo nitende ono na Ghana fo woto aba wode man de ombeye Ghana omampen ma mi jenensa nensa mi.
We remain eternally grateful and I say thank you, Jesus, to all our observers from the ECOWAS, from the African Union, from the ECONEC, from the Commonwealth Secretariat, from the West Africa Elders Forum, supported by the Good Luck Jonathan Foundation, from the National Peace Council, from CODEO, from the Association of African Election Authorities, from the European Center for Election Systems, from International IDEA, from Manso Institute, IDEG, and to electoral commissioners from election management bodies in Africa, namely Uganda, Gambia, Kenya, Liberia. We say thank you for your support. We wish you all Godspeed back home. As the returning officer for the presidential election and in fulfillment of my mandate as enshrined in law, I will now declare the outcome of the 2024 election. It is important to note that per Regulation 63.3 of the 1992 Constitution of Ghana, the winner of the presidential election must obtain at least 50% plus 1 at the polls to be declared the winner of the election. We have collated the presidential results from all 16 administrative regions, of which 267 of the 276 constituencies have been captured. We have not been able to receive results from 9 constituencies because our offices have been besieged by political party supporters making it impossible to complete the collation process. That notwithstanding, the presidential results from the 267 constituencies, including the newly created Guan constituency, clearly established the winner of the 2024 presidential election. Simply put, even if all the votes from the 9 constituencies were added to the candidate who placed second, it will not change the outcome of the election. It is important to note that the Commission will update the records on receipt of the presidential results from the 9 outstanding constituencies. Ladies and gentlemen, now to the results of the 2024 presidential election. And the results will be announced based on the positions of the presidential candidates on the ballot. Mahamadou Bawumia of the NPP obtained 4,657,304, being 41.61%. Daniel Augustus Latte Jr. of the GCPP obtained 16,673, being 0.15%. Christian Kwabena Andrews of the Ghana Union Movement obtained 16,461, being 0.15%. Kofi Apalu of the LPG obtained 5,219, being 0.09%. Mohamed Frimpong of the National Democratic Party obtained 4,413, being 0.04%. Nana Akosua Frimpong of the CPP obtained 23,397, being 0.21%. Mr. John Dramani Mahama of the NDC obtained 6 million. Let me take that again. Mr. John Dramani Mahama of the NDC obtained 6,328,397. And I'd like to repeat that. Mr. John Dramani Mahama of the NDC obtained 6,328,397, being 56.55%. Mr. Hassan Ayariga of the APC obtained 17,461, being 0.16%. Mr. Kofi Kranting, independent candidate, obtained 3,320, being 0.03%. Mr. George Chumberima Edu, independent candidate, obtained 3,091, being 0.02%. Nana Kwame BEDIAKO, independent candidate, obtained 84,478, being 0.05%. Mr. Alan Kojo Tremanting, independent candidate, obtained 31,202, being 0.28%. The total valid votes cast add up to 11,191,422. Total rejected votes 239,109. Total votes cast 11,430,531. It's important to mention that the total registered voters add up to 18,774,159. And the percentage voter turnout based on the 267 constituencies stands at 60.9%. 60.9% based on the 267 constituencies. And as I mentioned, this does not include the 9 constituencies whose results we are yet to receive. Ladies and gentlemen, as mentioned earlier, results from the 9 constituencies are still as outstanding. The 9 constituencies are Ewutu Senya East, in Sawam, Aduajiri, Akwetia, Suhum, Techiman South, Domi Kwabenya, Ablekuba North, Ahafo Anon North, and Damango. The total registered voters in all 9 constituencies add up to 947,116. In the event that all the valid voters from the 9 constituencies above voted for the candidate who placed second, the total number of votes he would garner would be 5,604,420, representing 46.17% of the total valid votes, which would have been 12,138,538.
Ente abatu komisa mami jemensa nensama anada odutuba no chire mebe danafo onaba watu nyara asonyi ma enyije aba oman ganduma ndata nkano omanpen Dramani Mahama feyi kwaja otodu ebien ono na ganafo watu aba manede onsam meye gana manpen ebusia Coastal Television ba no more cro oye nkano omanpen Dramani Mahama nifie kwahwe de papa da abatu komisa wa kanyo o mede awodi equate to the dada wasumpo atibi na so ende abatu komisa odesi kumadu odesi kondo odesi wemipi dawo na gana fo watu aba wod amu ebe na sam na reka da nkano amampen Dramani Mahama okay ni
to me, and we had the opportunity to discuss matters
Your Excellency, the President-elect, President John Dramani Mahama, Your Excellency, the Vice President-elect, Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, all protocols duly observed. I believe that today is the day of President John Dramani Mahama, and there will be no space for long speeches at all. So I've just come here to thank all of you and thank the foot soldiers of this party, the branch executives of the party, the constituency executives of the party, regional executives of the party, and the national executives of the party, and by extension to all previous executives of the National Democratic Congress. As I said in Medina some 3 days ago, I believe that the party has never seen this level of total mobilization of its rank and file to fight and achieve a purpose. And at long last, the battle has ended, and the great elephant has been slaughtered mercilessly. But as we enjoy the victory, I want to specially mention for special commendation the technical staff of our headquarters who managed this election very, very successfully. I mean the directors of elections, the directors of IT, and all other persons who played a role in managing this election. Let me advise that we should be modest in our celebrations, because I can almost feel the weight of responsibility on our shoulders. Ghanaians have given us this mandate.
NDC Amayoku, one national chairman, Ora Johnson, Asedun Katia, Dodo now friend General Mosquito, Ono na excellent cadet, Olubu Bem Richard Pana, NDC Amayoku Fado, na Otum Ebusia, Ono Kase Ena, Nkano Amampena, Oman Ghana, na Asan Atwaba Manade, Ombre Nombiti Ghana, Bibiono, Ordinary Massam to go rich remedy, yo. Or get to me that suit to fun. Emum, na Sierra, not ma, Oman Ghana, Bade, was some way in Mujezi, no what to Abba, was Amen.
Holding our message to all our traditional leaders who warmly received me in your palaces during the campaign, to all our security personnel across the country, and to the media, to you all, I say a big thank you. To Mrs. Jean Mensah and her staff of the Electoral Commission, the IGP and his election security task force, our international observers, and all who have contributed to a very successful election, I convey to you the warmest wishes of a grateful nation. For all its historic undertones, this mandate represents many things for all political actors and those who seek to lead our nation. It shows that the Ghanaian people have little tolerance for bad governance, particularly of the sort witnessed in the last 8 years, and that they are willing to take decisive action at critical moments when it matters most. These 8 years have witnessed some of the darkest periods of our governance. The crisis our beloved country has been through these last several years have left a scar on our national psyche, which may take some time to erase. This mandate also serves as a constant reminder of what fate awaits us if we fail to meet the aspirations of our people and govern with arrogance. My brothers and sisters, there is much to do to salvage our country and reset it. It would have to start with a reset of the relationship between citizens and elected officials. We must never forget that the people of Ghana have chosen us to represent their wishes and their best interests. It is the reason we would be initiating important governance.
Nkano Oman John Dramani Mahama, Narosu Nande, Oman Ghana Numumba, Yasan Yatwaba, Yadamanade, Anson Mediendo, Unfi Ananentem. Naka Senamuno, no other chairman support there. Abra all once, yet I want to know that, but on the same to go bits there, or yet 24-hour economy. Name shall win or there. When you prefer that police for 24-hour way and the Mara and nurse of a doctor for Tita Hono wire said the Abba 24-hour way and do in tea or the shame wish upon there. What did the say God do? Don't buy your man penny. Or Managana, the 24-hour economy, a washer and the master, adede ya akasese na nema Ghana fu bu hunda mpa se waba na roba wa be Ghana ye.
And sometimes initiate severe measures in the next 4 years to reset our nation and bring it back on track as the Black Star of Africa. The journey is not going to be easy, my brothers and sisters, because the outgoing government has plunged our dear nation into an abyss. However, we are determined to work together with you to build the Ghana we want. And I am certain that we shall win the battle. We intend to work together to restore the shattered confidence in our politics and governance system. This election and its outcome represents an opportunity for a new beginning as we can begin to write a new chapter of our collective story. We need to consciously set the tone for the new direction in which we'll be traveling. My brothers and sisters, I want those words, my brothers and sisters, to be a reminder to all of you, a reminder to me, and to every individual who has just been elected or re-elected, that no matter what office you hold,
na amampai na Ghana fo ya to aba ye yin na cha excellency John Dramani Mahama odene kasane bewe yin na ori cheme de mpanyin na ka ebube Jesu amanda ne de oye ntachire norma ntachiraboa oya boa na so ntachirabo ne de ofimo kwatere kwa oni yobe mbe shebogo mfa wa to aba wode amahom mesesiare yare ka NDC amanyaku ukita mbe shebogo egwan pol oha ebe watchi awotwede nnata Ghana enya NDC ni mujete papa nti watu abada amon na nkano amampai na sesere yasan yato abaman metre sesere John Dramani Mahama odo kokobo di amamble sebego mfode afi na Ghana fo rehwehwe onu dwuma pa oda woye wodobo hon nti odoto asamara sentra amane Ghana watu abada amon na anye de obeye dwuma papa na asoni iyenti mamle sebego nyi biara nye na adwene de adisa watu abama no wopena asam dudu nti watu abama debi adisa watu abama no wanwo fenti no watu abama debi emom de obobo maden no amane Ghana afanta mpefra no ono na Ghana fo wohwehwe nti mamle sebego nyi anye na adwen na amba ne de ejuma odo ye na odo so amane Ghana obeye ejuma ne biala debi wonye ne da nti otokokobo odama mamle sebego mfo de wonye ejuma ten mfamboa ma amane Ghana reminder
to me and to every individual who has just been elected or re-elected that no matter what office you hold, no matter what your political affiliation is or has been in the past, the one thing we share in common is the nation Ghana. And it is that we want a much better Ghana. We want a Ghana that works for everybody and not just a few people. We want a Ghana that considers the well-being of all her citizens and affords them each the ability to live a life of dignity, a life of limitless opportunity. My brothers and sisters, from the Kaya Yo to the managing director, to the market women, the bankers, the teachers, security personnel, nurses, doctors, the pastors, the drivers, the tailors and seamstresses, we are all essential to the functioning and forward motion of this country. We, the people of this soil, sons and daughters, brothers and sisters, are in fact our nation's greatest resource. This country, this land, is not for one person, or for one family, or for one tribe or ethnic group. this country, this beautiful, resilient, and resource-rich country that we so love, Ghana, is for all of us. This is our home, but it is not enough to just be born here and to die here. We must also be able to live here with satisfaction. We must be able to love, to dream, to laugh, to eat and dance and drum and share all aspects of our culture that was handed to us by our ancestors. And to do that, we must create sustainable and well-paying jobs through the 24-hour economy initiative. Our most basic needs must be met. Affordable housing and health care, food and clean water, safe work and fair wages. My brothers and sisters, it is with tremendous humility that I accept this clear mandate that you, the good people of Ghana, have given me to lead.
Amampa John Dramani Mahama, ordinance Sarabay, and now only Trevor there, a break of Pola Manumbo, now Argentinian Osasamanda Sa, Namitiafo, Abba, Ghana for Wumbo, Ghana for, and Kano Amampa, and then Amampa na, Yato Abba, Yen, or day, or the Ghana fast, papa, with gentle soon kumpa, when you want na sama oba pronina wajen samna tum na wasan kwato no da bezi oda homase da homase emom ohyebo na okade jeja wonyen wo na Gana fu won sense fo meda obeye adwuma dzen na oda som oman Ghana na Ghana fe hu da mpa so wonye jeje wonmu na wosan to abama na de omre meti Ghana to da aba obeye adwuma dzen na oda som oman Ghana emom na asiara no da wase wokokubetira wadaabon.
Positive enterprise of resetting and rebuilding our nation. Let us be brief in our celebration, for the weight of office will be an onerous one. Expectations of Ghanaians are very high, and we cannot afford to fail them. Let us maintain and even magnify this joy and positivity that we feel. We have arrived at this moment because so many of you believed that change was possible. And now we know that not only is change possible, but it is also already in process. Let us continue to believe that we are already moving towards the Ghana we want, the Ghana of our hopes and dreams. And in this Ghana where we have turned a new chapter and are setting a new tone, our best days are not behind us. My brothers and sisters, our best days are ahead of us. Forward ever, backwards never. May God bless you, and may God continue to bless our homeland Ghana. Thank you very much. God bless all of you.
Bayan akada mo kwai man kabi ono di Musa inti jumetina sino na oba payina obo nkano amampan John Dramani Mahama obo nature dom mo obo nsuya man kunyimti aya honeti meche professor Jenna na opoku adman mami abaya bokosam o man Ghana in amanye sem usane de Ghana bokosem no nyinya oba besia wabaya amampan na bedechiri da eyenti mami so din sam to bachire me da oman Ghana yanso eda mase da wanya NDC amanye kunu mujeti na wasan ato aba ma honda womre na wombeti oman Ghana no mosom ono aba besia aba peni meche professor Jenna na opokwa adimande onye no panyimfa ya na ehuna dom wato aba mo huni baya kul ahwede impuntumapa obaba oman Ghana titsarempo mesiafo wono so benya oye za wo hiye biara titalo gumofo na hona wotnade aba eno ma me oba panyin de o mo da na chimfa mo emo mo bohwe na wa aboa dem obeya obiara bu won da mpa se wonye gede won mu na wato abama ho na wono so obeye tumaten with asum oman Ghana.
What an interesting journey it has been. And you know, nobody sets out on a journey by herself or even by himself. It has been a very, very interesting one. And I want to thank all of you, those who are here, those who are not here. I want to thank all of them for their good wishes, for their prayers, for their contributions in many, many ways, and for bringing all of us to this site. All I have to say is thank you very much. Thank you very much for everything you have done. And whatever you did, as our chairman has said, the fun is over, the work is about to begin. And as we journey together, we need to realize that we have to move forward also together. Again, I want to thank you. My nomination has many, many implications. You know, normally, no one even expects you to err in any way. If this will happen, and we know it will happen, it means all of us are on board. The victory is for all of us, but especially for our daughters, for our youth, for our women. Sorry I have to appear in a mask because I have a very, very bad cold. But the cold will disappear too. I know this is a big responsibility, and I don't intend to travel this journey by myself. You are all part of it. NDC is an inclusive party, and we are demonstrating it in many ways. My job was to have opened the door, and it doesn't end there. Actually, that is where the work began. I will hold the door open. The method of opening the door, the method of holding the door open so others wish to travel that door is what I'm implying. It is not a self-aggrandizing position. It is a position that empowers others. This country is not going to be built only by half the gender. They know very well, whether we are in the public space or not, the roles we play. And we have accepted as NDC to facilitate the process. I'm counting on all of you, that you all come along, you all work hard in your various spaces, and finally, that we put smiles on people who either have no access or who are not very respected. I thank you again and again, and I know, thank you for the comment.
Professor Jenana Opoku Ajeman, ono na sesiala yekese oye omampe na betechi dama oye oman Ghana na awosam abokosama mami ayi oniyen usande oni obabesia otinkana oye vice president aw eje sama na eje so owo mami na abokosam bi omi de mami yo fifinfirmanto ma abokosam queen na oman Ghana so omampe na betechira otinkan wo man Ghana na so fifinfirmanto ma ntini hu de da mami na abokosam waye why abokosam yesi abokosam do manka obi the Coastal Television na erishe na your digital 514 digita 514 ekwa aga ewo bia no yenye wo beche fefefe yenche nsama yensa akanodo na abra abatu komisa ma mi jemensa obo oye omampere yato abaman obo na abado bonitin de ono na weti abatu na ne munkunyiman echi enwanoma wanye omampere John man Mahama wanye ko akensi no the leader oda oye enwanom yabakanda mbebun wona anu ina meche owura kwame bediako do na fa CHARDA CHARDA na asami de amampen John Dramani Mahama imbo nokun imbo ne ye inye sa mpina aka apun na tikoma omumbo na ye oyeye na yimu da mpa iyete wa apun wa befia ni mu da mpa da nkano amampen na wa taba ma wa yeji osofota de order wo na ba no enti ye kese kwame bediako ono so okro independent wo oye amampen na kensin mu no ordinary sam odasuma oye Coastal Television there yantuma nkano omampen inde ya traba mande omanitirim kwa omboneye CHARDA
umenda Ghana fwase se yetibi ato aba ewa sundwem na asambre wenso me pese me difaso na me mark President elect His Excellency John Dramani Mahama se wedding kuni na Ghana for nso enyina aba together na omaboa no amana etimi ato abeya amana akoso awini na me meka ne se enya ebetimi dia time bia as Ghanaians yenya ne fantane because odikamphobia ya ebetusu no onwa ene sese yeboa no otimi ye ne sese oye ema no ekonenu mumi enka hu se ne ye tusu no sanso na sese ye time na sanso na sese ye de mpaye eni kakra e betimi aye ama oma na sore gina ho sanso na sese ye etimi de ni gina hai enda
kwame bediako adu na wafan CHARDA the new force leader ono na no de ordinance sam ode atugwa no na busa yefi ono do na ya concern fufuruma ya to aba ewie mesesere abatu komisade oye nusunsade na abotugwa nti obiam na nkofo hwehwe efi amampan na ya to aba eyi no ebusa ye ba no makwa ye mpa nkro a owo fifimanto ma ya de no na nanum afafo no bi kasa de adenye biara nkano amampan asana bebio de Ghana amampan ya to aba man ebe na de party na wo hwe efi no wo de ombe no meyo no ana asumpo wonu susin oyobe da wo kan bi sa yefi oye masalma ye tuba na me mo be san yakọ oye ejanum enanum a won so wo ye kwadwuma na da wo hwehwe fi omampan na ya to aba ya de man won obian pa na won so wo hwehwe fi won wo de Ghana omampan necessary ya to aba man na wasana bibio omampan de dawo
from David Abam mama shande afutu amade ba mama brother mama ne de enwo na wo ye ma okọ opposition no sisi a nyame aboa ma wanwinim o manani nde ho no sak dem nkofo nyala no fa nkofo fofol onfo wonu mbu amano amana abrabo wa kwaye afutu amede ba mama brother nen masamayin
sugar factory sa aba so kafa
sugar factory no so commander sugar factory masra do mama do ba ma do factory no wa kodo mmente wo emani minyala wanya dwuma wa ye enwo no wo commander wanya dwuma wa ye no ombo moden so do ba ye commander fo wa kal kwanen oda me wan masamayin
ta 514 digita 514 ko wada ewo bia no ya nyo ba chane kama da ma man kan fo mo da ya dan yan na ya ba yati agudumin sama yanin sa kai na ilwacin Ghana Premier League da bende meme ne kusida ibi bako na ifa no bi da bra otida man madam Muhammad Moba ya da agudumin sam da tiyan Medawasi, Monsanmo Aquabam, Costa Television, though they get a 514 Ecoha, that will be unknown and you bet America say YouTube live into call now there will be unknown, Wasso, Yayon Chan, Fedema. Yes, I wouldn't some in the Ghana Premier League. Yami Aduma de Pendei, Memeno Kusida, Ibuko, na Bola Kensa, Numubayet, Papa, Oni Kumasi, Asante Kwatoko, and Noi Accra Hatu Folk. Ebusia say ye oye matcha Kumasa Asante Kwatoko wabo 5 matches. Ebusia Numukoti no win. Necessary wabo home, wo oye Kumasi Babayara Agopramando no. Asembisa ye bi say ne ana Kumasa Asante Kwatoko botum egina Kumasi na waji ambe baseni na udefi heart ho na. Asembisa bi osin ne Accra Hatu Folk awonete 105 matches awabori nan when we no me basa na ebie a quiet draw the koso no so wadu kugu inta semi say ne Accra Hatu Folk botuma Kumasi na wakaji ambe baseni nara efi kotokofo hu nsem da kwankra na iyi oyasawsebe ebusia depende bomatan na yi na yenko Kumasi Babayara Sports Stadium na yenko hwe oye match kasa obokodo wo oye Asante Kotoko eno yi Accra Hatu Folk Kumasi enwade don pepe na ne basa na waja kensi no wade asishano wo Babayara Sports Stadium ebusia no de na medina na mete oye omenu nsama nsakani na no mete besi menda ebusia fa wo boyi na teacher ko professor in survey engineer Bafu Eje ono na no mpanyimfa wo boyi na no asidakase onkomo asidakase so onkoma wa nya bi na adaje edemahini ye de wasi ye mo na hwe emom ya kafa mo the Costa Television ya wo degeta 514 degeta 514 tepo wa da ye wo bia no nyanyo beche epre yi betigwa epre yi mekitemuti biara ebotuma afra motufi ya badodo na nyanyo abonkomo 0244 026432 0244 026432 efra ya badodo na nyanyo abonkomo mo yemfi there were live with YouTube international ekowa da ye wo bia no enyo beche ndama makram nyina bye bye.